Our sports anchor Evan Hummel went to the press conference earlier this morning.
Yeah, Evan, this whole deal came together pretty quickly. Was she surprised to get the job offer, or what did she all have to say?
Well, Josh, Amy Williams had a lot to say about the kind of player she wants in her program and the direction she wants to take the Huskers. As far as a surprise, it seems Nebraska had their eye on her from the start.
It's now my great pleasure to introduce Nebraska's head women's basketball coach.
New Nebraska women's basketball coach Amy Williams was introduced today at Hendricks practice facility, and she spoke about her humble beginnings during the press conference.
I grew up on the sidelines at my dad's practices, learned pretty much everything I know about the game of basketball from him, and I'm so grateful for all of those experiences, except for the day that you kicked me out of practice.
Williams comes to Nebraska after a 4-year stint with the South Dakota Coyotes, where she won the NIT championship this year. And while she says there's pressure to be successful, that isn't a negative.
I feel like the young women in this program deserve for us to be successful and win, and so I feel pressure for them to be able to win and experience that championship culture.
Coach Williams does have ties to the Husker program, as she played for the Husker women from 1994 to 98. She has over 9 years of experience, and in addition to Nebraska and South Dakota, coached 7 years at Rogers State. The South Dakota native says the goal at Nebraska is championships, but wants players to do it the right way.
But with that comes a price, and that is incredible work ethic and that desire to lay it all on the line.
The former Husker graduated from the university with a degree in biology and built a national contender from scratch during her previous job. Williams is expected to hit the ground running, meeting with players today, and of course, moving to another state brings another set of challenges. Haley?
So, Evan, is there any update on Connie Yori?
Well, as of now, Yori has yet to make any further statements on any pending lawsuits. Right now, the Huskers say they're focused on getting Williams ready for the upcoming season and think she has the right character to lead the team. Back to you, Haley and Josh.
And again, that was Evan Hummel live in our studio. Thanks, Evan.
Good evening and welcome to Star City News Sports. I'm Evan Hummel. You might have heard by now, South Dakota native Amy Williams was introduced as the Huskers women's basketball coach this morning. The former Husker is coming off of a women's NIT championship at South Dakota University. Williams is looking to rebuild relationships within the program after the abrupt resignation of former head coach Connie Yori. The Husker men's basketball team will be looking for a new assistant coach for the 5th time in 5 years. Phil Beckner announced he was leaving the program to take the same position at Boise State. Beckner leaves Nebraska after just 1 season at the school. He'll replace Danny Henderson, who left Boise State after joining Brad Underwood's staff at Oklahoma State. The Husker baseball team is back in action tonight as they'll travel to Omaha to play Creighton. The Huskers beat Creighton 8-2 2 weeks ago and are looking to win their 8th straight game against the Blue Jays. The Huskers will play Creighton one more time this season, 2 weeks from today. It looks like you'll have to put your plans on ice tomorrow night. The NHL playoffs start Wednesday, and that's right, Haley's favorite team, the Chicago Blackhawks, will continue their championship ways. I know I'll be tuning in. And that's it for sports. Back to you, Haley and Josh.
Thanks, Evan. All I have to say is go Wild.
This will be their final regular season game, and the Huskers hope to ride into the tourney with some momentum. Nebraska is on a 4-game losing streak, but can still get a first-round bye with a win over the Wildcats. Coverage starts at 1 p.m. on Big Ten Network. And in local news, girls state basketball starts today, and there are 2 Lincoln teams in the tournament. Lincoln East in Class A and Lincoln Christian in Class C. Lincoln Christian demolished Mitchell with a score of 67-27, and Lincoln East upset the top seed 64-56. Lincoln Christian will play Pierce tomorrow morning, while Lincoln East is still waiting to see who they will face. And in Husker football news, offensive lineman Nick Gates, who's coming off a stellar season at right tackle, will be switching to left tackle for the spring. The Huskers are replacing 3 starters on the offensive line, so the shuffle isn't unexpected. Moving on to a more current sport, the Husker baseball team opens a 3-game series this weekend at Long Beach State. Action starts at 8 tomorrow night. It's been a rough start for the Huskers, who are 2-4 this season, but they are coming off a win against Tulane. They'll look to get back to their winning ways this weekend. And that's it for sports. Jacob will have the latest social media buzz when we come back.